We alive.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Tuesday. We're on our new schedule. Welcome. This is LABRISH Live. This is where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows from a Black perspective. And we have even more news about Tyler from Love is Blind season 7. You may already know, but we're going to go through our take of it as well. And we may get to some Real Housewives too. For those that don't know, I'm all things sugar and Sade. Hey, and I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
Yes. And guys, as you come in, you know what to do. Make sure you're whipping that like button. Please do it now. Replay gang, I'm looking at you too. And also make sure you subscribe to our channel too. Nana, what else should the people them do?
Please, guys, sign up to our YouTube membership. It's just $1.99. I am putting the link in the chat now. You get an extra episode from us every week, and twice a month we go live to our community. And you also have access to our WhatsApp membership group. So, guys, you need to sign up now, though, because from 2025, we're introducing tier systems because we need to. Mm-hmm.
We do. Sora, I'm feeling I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Do you know what I mean? But I'm still not 100%. Hence why I've got so much makeup on to hide.
Guys, it's like we're getting sick.
What's going on? I'm not even a sickly person like this. Like I was even my nephew. I was talking to my nephew, and he was just like, Auntie, what's going on? Seriously, not even ill like that. So yes, guys, get our membership, please. If you do that, we'll be most happy.
Yes, it helps us. It really does help us. It helps us to even get like extra equipment, just be able to do more content as well. It just makes it a lot easier for us to be here.
If you get it now, everyone's your legacy, right?
Yeah. How does the tier system work? Well, it's going to be the more you pay, the more access to us you get.
Mm-hmm.
And we will work it out, and that will be introduced in 2025.
Yes. So you got time now, keep it going. Yes, and guys, we got a couple of things happening this Sunday the 1st of December, first of the month as far as it says. We are having our day Christmas party / show. We need to talk about what we're doing with the show part, but yeah, we're gonna have some karaoke and some music and some chat and everything like that, and we're really excited to see all of you there. So I'm hoping everybody signed up by now. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. London, adjacent to in the UK, you can travel down. It's a day party. You can just land, come and see us, dance for a little bit, and go back on the train to wherever you live. And it's free.
So that's the main thing. It's absolutely free, which reminds me.
So I've added the link to that in the chat as well.
Mm-hmm. And then also, me and Nana, LABRISH fam, we are going to be joining none other than the king of pop culture, Kempire, on stage at his London show on the 8th of December. So please make sure, if you want to see us again, do you know what I mean? You want to see us in person, you might as well come down to that. And that is in Neon 194, I want to say. Piccadilly. Yeah.
So I'm getting the link for that as well now. So yes, please get your tickets. There are meet and greet tickets still available as well to meet Kempire. If anybody's been watching him for a good long while, he's actually been on YouTube. I was looking; it's almost 10 years.
What?
Yeah, he's been doing this a while.
Wow, he's a veteran.
He really is.
Veteran. Love that. Cool. Where the freaking heck? I just remembered I got to send an email, which I will multitask and do, but I don't know why the hell. There it is. I'm on the wrong thing, that's why.
Oh wow, Zora saying I'm hoping to be in Ghana with the fam. Have a great party.
Ooh, love that for you. Love that for you. Nana, who's in the chat?
Okay, let's scroll up and see who came in bright and early. Yes, Wendy Smith came in bright and early,
Hi,
followed by
Wendy.
Yvonne. Sonia Barley is in the house as well. Jordan Parker. Sora is here. Judy B. Noelle. Zora is here. KW. Narissa. El Cid is in the house. Delhi as well. Maya is in the house. Shantae is in the house. Hey, Shantae, it's been a minute. It's been a while. I haven't seen your name there. Hello, everybody. Come and say hello as well.
What's I gonna say? Sorry, I just need to send this real quick.
Okay, no worries. And everybody on Instagram too, hello. If you want to get involved in the chat, please come over to YouTube because I forget to keep on looking back on Instagram. So come over to YouTube if you want to be involved in the chat. Please. Lovely jubbly. I was seeing there was a few people from different areas. I saw somebody say Jordan was saying hello from Lafayette, North Carolina.
Okay.
Hey.
Also, can
Do you watch Made in Chelsea? I've never
You
watched.
know what? I used to when it first started, but then I'm absolutely chasing money.
Dion is in the house. Life of Budge is in the house as well. Reminds me I need to do an invoice.
I'll see it.
I forget those things. I actually really need to set up alerts.
Serious. Do you know what? I'm stereotypical. I'm so good at chasing my own money. Chase me for money. Also, can we juice 270? Okay, cool.
All right, guys. So today is Tyler's business. I feel like I've watched so many videos.
Yeah.
They pop up for me everywhere.
Like he's definitely part of my algorithm. Do you know what I mean? Nah, like definitely. TikTok thinks that I want to know every single detail about this man's life, and I'm just like, not everything, only the bits that matter.
It's a constant now. I'm just getting it from all angles. Tyler, Lila. It's like, all right. Okay,
it's ridiculous. Wait. How was your weekend? What did you do? Did you do anything?
No,
now we're on our new schedule.
I can't think I did anything. I think no, we was just in. I cannot think of anything in particular that happened this weekend. So that means nothing took place. It was probably a very dry one. I saw everybody because I was on live.
Oh.
So, yeah. So every evening we had to be back in. So,
okay, cool.
And then on Sunday, it just felt like I was on YouTube live all day because we had news and nonsense.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sunday went. That was my Sunday. Crashed out. And Saturday, we was supposed to go to Travis.
Yes.
His show.
Yeah.
But then once that started to fall apart, like Farah couldn't get there.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not going alone. So.
Oh, see, do you know what? Mariam went. You know.
Did she?
Yeah, she went. Because
look at that.
She asked me if I was going, and I was just like, no. And then I fell asleep. She didn't answer a follow-up question, but like, do you know what I mean? But had I known, I would have said go together. Yeah. But she said it was good.
I like that. People that are just like, no, I'm still going anyway. I like that.
I mean, I didn't even know she was going in the first place, but I was just like, okay, cool, that's nice. And then I was sleeping.
No, I'm terrible at that. It only takes one person to be like, I'm not going. I will be fine with being like,
absolutely.
I ain't gonna go.
You don't know. That's why sometimes, even with yourself, I'm just like, if nothing's not going, if you say no, it's too easy. It's too easy to say no. It's too easy. But I was fighting for my life. Fighting for my life on Saturday for sure. I was so ill, and I haven't been that ill. I was more ill than I was 4 weeks ago, and I am so confused. Like, why am I ill again? Like in another 4 weeks? Like that's crazy. Sunday, I was just like, right, fuck this. It's mind over matter. I'm getting up. I'm going outside. I'm doing it while the wind was.
Sunday was cold.
It was cold and it was windy. Who asked me? Who asked me to go outside? I was feeling queasy. I was just like, whoa. I was like, probably like, you know, when the wind is pushing you, and I'm a big boned
So
girl.
Sunday was the storm. It's like we have a whole storm here, and you went out in the storm. What is it? Storm Bert?
Or was it Bert? Okay,
I
yeah.
like that. You went out in the storm while you're sick. What did you go for?
I was sick of it. I was just I just needed to be outside. I just went to Sainsbury's. I just wanted to go. Like, I can't be
get the air
confined for that long. I can't be. My body cannot betray me for that long. Like, I don't know what I would do if I was like chronically, not to make light of that, but those kind of situations. I guess you do the mind over matter thing. I don't know, but like. It is
to adapt.
It took me 2 days to go stir crazy, and I was just like, I was like fighting. I need to get out of here. Regretted it instantly.
Yes, Sunday was probably the worst day to step outside, and all I did was go to the shop, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, the storm is real. It's stormy and cold.
The wind was dancing in circles. You know when all the leaves was. And they're spiraling into the air. It was ridiculous. Yeah, and then I hated my hair. I was doing my hair, and then I hated it, and I took it all out.
I didn't even. Did you finish it?
No, I kind of got to like. I still had like the because I was gonna. What was I gonna do? Crochet
the outer rim, and then you crochet.
So I done all the outer rim, and then I crocheted the middle. Well, I started crocheting in the middle, and then I was just like, you know what? No, I'm not feeling this at all.
Oh,
seriously, it was just like, huh?
Did you take any pictures?
Yeah, I was vlogging.
Okay,
I was vlogging. Actually, I haven't even vlogged today, but I was vlogging. Yeah.
What was wrong? What was the overall? It weren't working. What was the thing?
It was too much hair. It was starting to become too much hair, and I didn't want it. Like, I was doing it thin on purpose because I didn't want too much hair as well. Right. Do you know what I mean? But it was like, because it's kinky, it was just bulking anyway, and I don't like for me, it's just like I can get drowned in like, do you know what I mean? Too much hair, and it wasn't the look I was going for, and I was just like, what have I should have just used expressions. Like, why did I do this? Then I was just like, then I was so annoyed that I've wasted my time.
Exactly, it's the time. I feel you.
Honestly. So I just took it out. I took it out in a bit of a rage. Get out. So yeah. And then also as well, because we've got the event on Sunday, then we've got the next Sunday. I was just like, hold on, this was supposed to be finished. Because I was ill, I couldn't finish it when I wanted to finish it. Right, because it was supposed to be done before that. So I got very frustrated, and I can be very impulsive like that. So yeah,
and they say you're calmed down anyway.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
But I feel I've done that like numerous times. You start something, and it's like, this ain't how I saw it. One time I couldn't take it out; I had to go out, and then by the time I got home, it had dropped. It was like, oh, this was the style I was after. It just needed a minute.
Yeah. No, I don't have that kind of. I didn't have that kind of.
Are you sacking it off? Are you like, no, I'm not doing this? You're not gonna plait your hair?
Yeah. Don't think so. Don't think so. I was actually thinking, like, I'm just gonna go and look at my hairdressers that I go to. There's 3 that I like to go to see what appointments they have. See, I can be impulsive like that. Like, I don't like. Do you know what I mean? I can go, because then I was thinking, maybe I should just go and get silk press, like, and just slick it back.
But this weather's crazy. I mean, you could slick it back, but if you silk press it and have it out, the wind is going crazy.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be like this. But yeah, I just like, I'm a straight natural. That's the thing. Like, when I wear my hair out, I think I was saying before, it just gets tangled. It just gets tangled, and it's just like the curls at the end, they start breaking. Like, if I wear it, like, obviously this is a bit stretched, right? Do you know what I mean? But like, if I wear it like my actual hair, like dry naturally, everything like that, it will just get tangled, and it's just
yes. No, same. It doesn't. I know people are always like, you can figure it out, and maybe I just never figured it out. But my hair in its natural state, and that I kept it like that for like 17 years. it was never quite good quality.
Mm.
Like, it's just if I'd left it and didn't blow dry it, you'd be able to just snap it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Blow dry
the dryness,
it
yeah.
seemed to be okay. But yeah, it was so strange. I don't know.
It's strange. It needs to either be it needs to be stretched or plaited, or do you know what I mean? It needs to be in some sort of style. It can't just be. Well, it can, but like it's not giving me. I don't think I would ever grow my hair. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think I'm like at that stage. Like, I went through, like, when I was younger, I used to have very short hair most of the time. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I think my natural hair anyway wasn't very short most of the time, or permed and short. Do you know what I mean? If I wasn't wearing wigs and stuff. So, but yeah, now I want to grow it. So it's just taking a little bit. But yeah, the detangling.
Relaxer out, actually. I actually haven't spoken about it. Totally forgot.
What's that?
Yeah, I cut all the relaxer out. So I didn't relax for like 5 months to just grow it out so that I could have like a little bit bifro. But yeah, I cut all the ends off. And they were breaking as well. And I knew it would, because my hair is like that with relaxer. It has a year span and then you got to put it in plaits.
Okay.
That's how I used to relax my hair before. But yeah, I had my moment of, let me just relax my hair. It's out of my system now.
Okay. I'm so happy. I'm genuinely
I was saying to my friend, I was like, give it 10 years. When I'm in my 50s, I'll probably be back to, I need to relax my hair again. And be back.
No, I hear it. But yeah, it's just been it's a lot. Guys, have you missed us? What are people saying in the chat? Have you missed us? It feels like ages. I feel like, I mean, it has been ages. A week. A whole week.
Yeah.
Wait,
because when you said it, I think it was, somebody said, maybe KW was like, what do you mean? No, share. A whole week we need to wait. It's like, yeah, for real. It is a week.
Sorry, man.
Stephanie is on her lunch break and she says, I'm slowly decaying at my desk.
Oh babe, sorry.
Oh, Zora says, hair decisions, I hear you. I've been planning to cut off my locks since March 2024. Keep changing my mind, and now it's too cold. I feel you, man.
It is too cold. Honestly. Okay. Shall we get into it today? I do have
start with Real Housewives of Potomac. No, we're gonna start.
Let's start with Tyler. Okay, right. So because the interview that he done on Dear Future Wifey was so long, we are actually going to go through story time with Ricky, our bestie, our American bestie, her take on things, because she done a brilliant recap, and I'm very, very happy for people like that can just condense it all the way down.
2.5 hours was a lot. That was basically an hour, and let's say an hour and 20. That whole interview, it needed to be an hour and 20. It was too long for no reason.
Even less than, because if he drilled down on the times when he was lying, it would have cut out all that time. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, did you sleep with Bri? Yes or no? Did you conceive those twins naturally? Yes or no? Like, did you go to a gender reveal? Yes or no? It's not.
It was like 4 points.
It really
4 points to the whole story that took 2.5 hours.
Ridiculous. Wow. Absolutely ridiculous. And I can't, like, the host himself, like, bless it, like, people really like him, and he seems to have like a good what's his name again? Latarius.
Yeah. I think it's Latarius.
Yeah. People seem to genuinely like him, and I haven't watched enough of his content to know what it is. I don't know, but even the title alone, it just throws me in a spin. Like, Dear Future Wifey, what?
You know what? I mean, people, if you know him, does he have a wife yet? Because I've only watched when Danae Jackson was on. And I think maybe I saw a bit of Derek Jackson's interview with him. I haven't watched much else.
He interviewed Derek Jackson.
Yeah, he interviewed Derek Jackson.
Wait, I was thinking, who's Danae? That's his wife.
Yeah.
I should have known. Oh my god.
She was the first. I didn't even know that this podcast existed, but I watched her one, and then I think he was talking about finding a wife. But has he found a wife yet? Because this just feels a little bit weird. Like,
It's a bit Dr. Umar-ish, isn't it?
what are you up to? I don't get it. I just
like
find it a little bit too preachy and sanctimonious. But okay.
Yeah, it seemed really weird because he was just like talking about giving this safe space for this guy. Okay, but if the guy's not a good guy, why do they need a safe space? Like, I'm sorry, are you a detective? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Because you should have been, to be fair, should have been given detective vibes. No, you was more like, we're chums, Tyler. We're bridges, we're boys. Like, you know, what the hell? I just thought it was weird.
Let's see, what are they saying? Shantae says sounds like a biblical hotep. Them type of
Absolutely.
vibes. As Zora says, I object to any man who calls women females. Letarius is a recovering dusty. Yes, he does say that. Like, he cheated.
Yeah.
He was a cheater. So I guess he understands, doesn't he?
He understands, and okay, right. So he's putting himself in Tyler's shoes. So therefore, you should have been better at this. You should have been calling him out. If you're truly reformed, you should have been. It should have been easy for you to call him out on his lies. Because me as a
he didn't call him out on any lies, but he did call him out on like leaving fatherhood. He did say, like, as a man, you can absolutely not do that. But even that was light. I think
it took a while. It took a while for him to get there, because the first mention of when he was like, those children's, that family, he didn't flinch. It took a little while. And I was thinking, was there an edit here where someone nudged you and was just like,
bro, remember
your position and your brand? Like, serious. But yeah, that was ridiculous. Because the way I see it is like, I'm an ex-smoker, right? Like, do you know what I mean? You can't smoke around me. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't smoke around. I'm gonna see the signs. I'm gonna call you out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Like, I would be able to thingy that, like, with someone. I'll be able to deal with that with someone. He was going in there like, oh, this is so big and so delicate, do you know what I mean, that I can't even rock the boat. Like, it's Tyler. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, who's a nefarious cheater? It's not like, there's so many of them, but it's not like he's interviewing Will Smith or something. Not to say that Will Smith's a cheater, but I'm just saying it's not like someone on such a pedestal where, like, you can't, like, if you put a foot wrong, this could be the end of your career. Like, it isn't that. But he
it could be, because it seems like it was production that got in touch with him, or a producer or a producer friend. So if he's had a few of them, which I didn't know that Clay had been on his platform. So maybe
was Clay on it too?
Clay had been on there on it as well. So I think there must be some type of tie. He probably does make money from interviewing, like, the black ones who have had a little bit of a troubled, reception, that actually you can go on Dear Future Wifey and he'll lightly do an accountability check on you, but you can still go on there and lie, and then kind of be like, you're spiritually aware, say Jesus a couple of times, say that you're praying, and you'll be okay.
And I'm going to send this to your wife beforehand.
Yeah.
So she's not caught off guard.
Like, I was literally like, this is
so ridiculous.
Okay. Zora, this is what he said his strategy was. Zora is saying his strategy was to give Tyler a full sense of comfort and then allow him to hang himself, metaphorically speaking.
He did say this.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what happened, but I don't know if that was really what he was setting up. Really, I don't know.
It seemed like that was if that's what he was doing, it was such a light version of that. Is unbelievable. Like, it's so light. It was just like a little touch of that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like a little drop. It seemed like, oh yeah, this is a great opportunity. This guy, he can't be that bad. Like, do you know what I mean? Let me chat to him. He could be my buddy. I got you. That's what it seemed like.
A little bit of guidance. It felt at so many points I was like, this is such an ego stroke. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I'm speaking life into you. And Tyler will give that back. Nobody's ever given me constructive advice before from a male perspective. Nobody's ever like cared for me, or it's like, okay, guys, like
Brother,
he's just lying.
this guy, yeah, Tyler is such a manipulator, because do you hear how he was praising the guy?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're the only podcast that I'll go on. I watch your show and I was so inspired. Like, oh my God, get up there and lick his bio. Like, seriously. What is it? I was just like, and he was just lapping it up, man. I was just like, nah, it's too easy. You're making it easy for him. And the way he was spinning that conversation in circles as well, like going from one thing to anyway, we'll get into it. But like, yeah, wasn't impressed.
Let's see Ricky's breakdown.
Yeah. Okay. Let's begin.
Okay, guys. So this video is for those of you who wanted more of a recap of the interview because you don't.
Oh. What the fuck?
But that's what she said.
No,
okay, guys, so this video is for those of you who wanted more of a recap of the interview because you don't have the patience to sit through 2.5 hours. And again, it was 2.5 hours of crap, so I get it. There's a lot of information, a lot of lies in this podcast, so I'm just going to focus on what he said that was a fucking lie. And there's a lot, and I don't want to make this 2-point part, so let's get to it. He starts the interview by saying, don't attack me. I mean, attack me, don't attack Ashley. She doesn't condone leaving kids, abandoning kids, and that she checks him in private and that she doesn't check him in public. Okay, great. So stop checking the public in public. Like, stop checking us. But if you're checking him behind closed doors, great. His first lie was that he works for Exelon Energy and he worked for them for 10 years and he wanted to change in his job, and now he works for something wall systems and that he's worked for there for 10 months. We know that he didn't have a job before he went all of his life, and we also know he didn't consistently work for no Exelon Energy for 10 years straight. So that was his first lie. Lie number 2 was that he was trying to protect that family. Again, he's using the same terminology that he's been using, and that he wish he told Ashley earlier in the pods because the decision might have been different. He doesn't want her to feel like he bamboozled her into a relationship, which he did. He says Ashley is happy and that she makes great decisions. Lie number 4 was that I don't know what they look like, right? He said that to avoid, and then he realized they were filming. But remember on the reunion, him and Ashley.
Yes, sorry. Yes, this was the lie that I was just like, my head just went into a spin. I was just like literally shouting at the screen, liar! Like, you know, we already established that you and Ashley lied about this. You both said that you lied about this because you needed to make it somehow be on the show, and you thought this was the best course of action, and it was Ashley's idea. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? So this recording is recent.
Precisely.
So you're showing that you are okay, to continue a lie that you made up with your wife.
Yeah.
You are okay to do that. I can't trust anything you say.
I would have given him more points to have really come on and been like, what I'm doing is shitty, but this is what I'm doing. So it's like standing on all points. We constructed this. We needed it to come out because Ashley said so. Like, just, you can still make shitty decisions and just own it. I don't know why he was trying to reframe things that we know, because all of the evidence is out there. He's seen all of this evidence as well. So you know what the general public know and still lie. That's just stupid.
It's not.
It's very stupid.
It's actually crazy. It really is. It's insanity.
Him and Ashley said that conversation was specifically had for the cameras. Now you said it to avoid, and you didn't know they were filming. And Ashley also said on the battle files that, she knew he was lying when he said it. Make up your mind, guys. Lie number 5. The host literally asked, do you consider Cairo your child? He says, it's tough. I haven't actively been involved. I was around the son a lot more, living in the same building. Who also lived with his mother for a year in a house. He says that he wasn't around the twins for 4 years. That's a lie. He says, you'll see videos of her mom saying, who was that? Trying to convince them of who I am. You will also see videos of her mother saying, who was that? In reference to her mother, because that's just how the grandmother talks. That's not what she was trying to do. She was not trying to convince them of who you are. Was trying to convince them of who Bri was too, because there's videos on Bri's page of her saying the same exact thing to Bri. He says that he wasn't around. He didn't feel like a father. He felt like a glorified babysitter that she needed money from. She needed money from you, but you literally are telling her that you have no money, please. So in that part of the interview, he said lie number 5. He said that he wasn't around, and then in a different part of the interview, he literally says that he would see the son 5 to 6 times a week, and the twins Monday through Friday. Make it make sense. How is that not active? How is that not being around? Like, he hones in on this point that she's engaged, that the children have been raised 4 to 5 years with another woman. Bri has never hid the fact that she is engaged. What does being engaged have to do with your role as a parent? He is under the impression that because the kids have a 2-parent household, that they do not need him. You are still their father. Bri is adamant that she never pushed him out. And the fiance is also adamant that she never pushed him out, that he was always welcome to play the father role, whether she was a step parent or not. He said that Bri has a way of being convincing and getting him to come back around when she's arguing with her partner. No, Bri has a way of trying to get you to have a relationship with your children. And she's so wrong for that. The host does ask about the dad shirt. He said the same thing Ashley said, that the dad shirts were given to her by the grandmother. We've seen him in several dad shirts. Like, you mean all of them were given to you by the grandmother? Bri already said that the dad shirts were like a gift for Father's Day from the children. So that was lie number 6. He admits that he initially stepped up to play the role of a father before the twins were born, agreed to be a part of it. And then he goes off into a tangent, skips around what the host was asking, and says the misconception is that he named the twins and Bri was dating a girl who named the twins. Again, all irrelevant information. Why did you abandon your kids? Let's stay on that topic. A girl always played a part in their lives. Yes, she is a lesbian. A woman is always going to play a part in their lives. That doesn't mean you get to not play your part. What doesn't he understand about that? Lie number 7 and 8 was that the...
So I just want to say, yeah, I do think that my theory is that Tyler was so in love with Bri, yeah, thought that he could turn her.
Yeah.
And then when he realized he couldn't, he was just like, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think so. I think it's not quite 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's not quite that, but I feel that there definitely is manipulations in play from Bri, and the ex-wife kind of confirms that she has that within her. I think she is definitely a woman that creates chaos, and so does Tyler, and they worked well while they were working. I think he may have always been like, I feel trapped. And once he was able to step out in a way with another person that can be his backbone, as in Ashley, he's decided to run with it. And I get all of that, but that still doesn't negate the fact that you have 3 kids. But I think it's not as... Nothing is ever as simple as somebody just walks out and leaves. There's usually a few muddy bits to it. And I think Bri can probably be a bit muddy with it as well. And not forgetting that she also did abuse her ex-wife, allegedly, as she is saying as well. So I have question marks to Bri's innocence in all of this as well.
Yeah, agreed.
That they couldn't afford a donor. They talked about the situation with Cairo for a really long time, for like 30 minutes. And that's because that's the only part of the story that is true, right? And again, Bri, Deshan, and Tyler all have the same story about Cairo. So he's focusing in on that because that's the only part of what he's saying that is true. It gets to the twins, it gets murky, it gets tricky. He started lying like a motherfucker. He said he still had a friendship with Bri when she was pregnant. Lie number 9, he says that he never brought his ex-fiance to a baby shower. It was a gender reveal. So he's trying to get out of it on a technicality.
Exactly.
He says
semantics.
That was the semantics of it.
It was the semantics.
Yeah, so it's the baby shower that he kept on honing in.
I never went to a baby shower.
Right. Huh? But it was that I don't recall if she was there. I was like, what are you talking about, bro?
What are you talking about? Didn't make any sense. And the fact that this is what I'm saying, Latarius, sorry, I just realized. Laterus.
I think it is where is it?
Here. Latarius. Latarius, yeah. He
knew nothing.
He knew nothing. And it's just like, you know what, yeah, I will say, like, with Jessie, she brought on Ricky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Ricky had the detail.
Yeah.
You know? She had the detail that Jessie didn't have, right? Yeah. So they can have a full rounded conversation and she can jump in because she's got the detail and this is what Ricky does. Do you know what I mean? It would have been a better conversation had he consulted with someone like Jessie or Ricky. No?
At the very least, especially did you watch to the end when he jumps on Jessie Woo's live as well? Latarius.
Oh, no, I didn't see that bit, no.
Okay, so he joins them. It's a brilliant conversation, actually, as like 3 content creators talking about their different styles.
Oh.
And they hold him accountable, and he's like, even I'm feeling attacked. And it's like, bro, that's why you did that with Tyler, because you're birds of a feather. But the fact that he knows Jessie and you didn't contact her to just be like, heads up, what would you ask him? Like, just because he's saying I'm only doing this one interview. So even if your style is going to be different to Jessie's, you should contact her and just be like, you've been covering this for time. What's the key points that I should probably hit from this? Very simply, it's not even that hard.
But you know, like, it's just like, I feel like sometimes, you know, some guys, they won't get out of the car and ask someone for directions. It was just giving that vibe.
Yes.
It was just giving that vibe. Like, no, I got this. Like, bro, just ask. Just ask. It's okay. Oh yeah, no, this is true. I did see this as well. Let me not say this is true. This is alleged that the abuse apparently between Bri and her ex wife went both ways. That is the alleged situation. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't just allegedly it wasn't just one-sided, like Bri was doing the thing. It apparently went both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, but we just don't know. We don't know.
No.
You know I mean? But it's murky. But Tyler did, you know, obviously mention that Bri was an abuser, allegedly, in this conversation that Ricky is talking about. Okay, cool. Shall we continue?
Yeah. Is that his ex-fiance cheated on him? Again, relevance. Deshan already told us that you were cheating on her left and right. So if she did cheat on you, good for fucking her, okay? He literally says he doesn't recall going to a baby shower with his ex-fiance. So unless this woman just happened to say this on her Facebook post for whatever reason in 2018, knowing that you were going to be cast on Love is Blind, like, let's be fucking for real. Deshan and Bri have both said that yes, Makia was at their baby shower.
So Makia's post, where she's basically surmising her relationship with Tyler, is from 2018. And that's what Ricky is saying. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not even,
Really, he's seen this, no?
He's a liar.
But
he doesn't know.
There. Like, why are
it
you
doesn't matter. It don't close my eyes. It don't exist, man. It don't exist.
This is so wild. I don't get what you would have seen this post too.
He basically saying that she cheated on him, and it's just like, where's your evidence? There's no evidence. He's just saying things at this point.
It's a wild thing to even throw it, because who cares? We don't know who Makia is. So who cares that she cheated on you?
Because it feeds into his story. Like, I'm just out here trying to help people. Remember, the thing is, yeah, from the intro, he lied from the jump. I've been paying this woman's rent.
Her rent,
for 8 months. No.
Yeah.
He lied from the beginning. Imagine when you're not even paying your own rent. You're lying, saying that you're paying someone else. Nah.
Yeah, you know, he has to be pathological, because once you've been outed, surely you're gonna skip over. So I'm just gonna skip over this. I'm not going to cast aspersions on Makia for her to offer more receipts on the shit. So you just literally be like, yeah, she was probably there, but at this point, nobody knew about it.
Yeah,
it would be very easily explained.
Yeah.
I donated my sperm, sure, but nobody knew about it. Yeah, she didn't even know, because nobody was ever supposed to know about it.
Yeah.
What can we say? Cool, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I've prayed on it. Like, end. Seriously. Wow, he's a lot.
I mean, at their gender reveal, and Bri says she was actually at a baby shower as well. This lie number 10, 11, 12, because the host did try to directly ask him, were you engaged at the time you donated sperm? Tyler goes, yes. Then he goes, did your fiance know that you donated? He goes, no. And then in the next breath, he literally says, by the time I donated sperm, we were broken up. Which one is it? He tries to tarnish everybody's character in this interview. Deshan, Bri, the grandmother, says that Deshan went to California to be with some other guy. Again, relevance. He brings up the DV multiple times, obviously trying to character assassinate Bri. And as horrible as DV is, again, relevance to your children, relevance to you abandoning your children. Tyler is so far up his own ass that he hasn't even realized that Bri has not said a single bad thing about him, other than that he abandoned his children and was not the best father. Listen to everything, every word that she said. That's the only thing she has said about this man. She didn't even say in our interview that Makia didn't know about the donor situation. And I know damn well that she knew that Makia didn't know. But again, he's not tarnishing this man. He wouldn't even say on camera that he didn't have a job. He doesn't even realize that. Anyway, let's continue. He literally calls himself Superman in this interview because he helped Bri get custody of her first son, which she has publicly thanked him for and praised him for. Says he never fought for custody. He fought for her not to have her child taken from her, which again, she has acknowledged and admitted and thanked him for. Kept throwing jabs out there like, you couldn't have a family without me. It honestly was a smear campaign to Bri and to paint his own truth to Ashley. He admits several times throughout the interview that he did step up as a father figure. When it comes to the twins, he hopped, skipped, and jumped around everything. He initially said the wife leaves, then she came back in 6 months. Then he jumped to the dad shirts, and that Bri bought the grandmother bought the shirts, and then he jumps to the fiance having kids and being part of the appointments or whatever. He said he wasn't part of the appointments. I showed you guys videos of him at Bri's appointment. So again, that's a lie. And then he jumped to the dog. Again, we were talking about the twins. How are we on the dog? No one ever said that you got the kid's dog. What the grandmother said is that the kids would say, where is our dog that stays at dad's house?
Yeah.
Goes into everything else but the twins. And his point is that all the kids were born into a marriage. So he is trying to get out of this on a technicality. Yes, we know that all the kids were technically born into a marriage, but we also know that Bri and her ex-wife were separating and that those twins were conceived naturally during that separation. Because the divorce was not finalized, that does not mean that those are not your children. Whatever Maryland state law is, just because she was fucking married, technically, doesn't mean that those are not your children. They were separated. You know that. So that was the biggest lie, right? That her ex-wife and her patched things up and talked about expanding their family. And that they did that by saving vials of his sperm, which we all know is scientifically impossible. And again, that never happened. Deshan and Bri.
What? When he said that, I was just sitting there shaking my head.
You know what, yeah?
Because how did Notorious just let that go?
Exactly. And it's just
that one is wild. That's a wild lie. How do you just let that evaporate in the air?
He thought, this is Sunset Beach. Like, I saw this. I've seen this before. This is what happens.
Yeah.
He made it the fuck up. He really did. He really did. And he managed to convince Ashley that that's the truth. And he thought, because she buys it, the whole world is going to buy it. No, sir.
I feel like Ashley, no, because there's just zero way anybody, like Ashley's in her 30s, there's no way you don't know that sperm can just sit in a fridge and still be viable. Like you would know this, or even that he was depositing vials and she had it in her freezer. She thawed it out and those sperms were still swimming and she managed to get pregnant and have twins. Like there's nobody. This is basic biology. Everybody should know that cannot happen. And even when they were discussing the process, he was coming round, doing his thing and leaving, and then they were doing the turkey base. So when were there these things that were being frozen somewhere in their house? It was just like, this is so stupid. I don't know. She must have had vials stored somewhere. It's like, come on, bro.
What are you talking about?
You know what you were doing. And also, they've already spoken about that. There are text messages that Bri has shown that allude to these two were doing a thing.
Yeah.
So, come on. If I know you've been watching this shit too, brother, you definitely have been watching it. It's just stupid lies.
There's such stupid...
No.
There's such stupid lies.
Ashley knows. Ashley is just like...
No. Why do you think she knows?
I feel like Ashley knows, but
she's so
like,
smart.
I don't want to be a part of it.
Smart.
Yeah,
she's
I don't
so
want to be a part
smart.
of it. She knows. She knows he's a liar.
She told us that she's so intelligent that you cannot insult her intelligence. And of course she knows everything that's going on. She believes this. It was probably a miracle. That's the way she described it.
She wants her husband. And she don't want her husband to have 3 kids.
The thing is, yeah, you know what it is as well, yeah, this whole thing with Ashley and them getting mad, yeah, it's just like, at the end of the day, if you guys just went and go and live your life, we don't give a shit, you know? Do you know what I mean? We might be like, oh, do you remember that? That's about it. But it's because they're repeated, like, no, I'm telling the truth. No. That's the problem. Because you keep lying and you keep... Exactly. Don't insult her. Don't you insult her intelligence. Don't do it.
Yes, that's what she said. It's really hurtful that people think that she's so stupid. It's really hurtful that people are telling her what to do with her life. It's like, okay, guy. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, babe, go and lick your wounds, man. Seriously, I just don't. But like, this is it's so ridiculous. She probably did believe it. I can't. There's nothing for me to see from her to think that she didn't believe this.
No.
She's not demonstrated anything, right?
You can't have heard. You cannot have heard that week timeline, because remember he couldn't pinpoint any dates as well.
Yes.
If you are giving me receipts, I need you to be like, on the March I broke up with this chick,
right?
On the July was when I started depositing sperm. Like, it needs to be very clear what not I can't remember. Bro, you better remember these dates. No, Ashley doesn't care. Ashley is literally like, I want you free from these kids too. And I'm gonna stick beside you.
Yeah. I can help you. Let me be your manager.
She wants to go on this Black Love tour so bad. She's like, come on, let's just get past this little blip and let's do our Black Love tour, okay?
Oh God, she really does. It's the worst. It's the worst. Thank God, yeah, we have Tiff and Brett. Like, do you know what I mean? Thank God, right? Because this ain't it. This ain't fucking it, mate. Seriously. Wow. Just absolute wow. Hi, Abbas, by the way. This is wild. Okay, we continue.
I never talked about expanding their family, and they never saved vials of sperm. It also says that Bri ended up pregnant with the twins and then tried to terminate the pregnancy. So if they were purposely trying to get pregnant with your vials of sperm that they had saved in their secret laboratory, why would she then try and terminate the pregnancy? Like, please make it make sense.
Make it make
the host
sense.
Kind of let him skip around, but again, the host didn't know the full context of the situation, so you can't even blame him. He couldn't keep his lies straight. He really couldn't. At one point, he said that he wasn't part of the pregnancy journey. Then he says, "Oh, I went to 2 appointments." Then he says, "I agreed to be in their lives." And then he says, "I felt detached." Then he says the girlfriend was helping. Then he says that he was also helping a good amount of the time. Like, he says that when Bri gets into new relationships, she pushes him out. Bri has publicly said when he gets into new relationships, he abandons his children. He says several times in the interview, this is not how he wants to be a dad. I understand that the situations that look like how you want it to look, just because it's not how you want it to look doesn't mean you get to remove yourself. These are your children. He reiterates several times that she wants to be with a woman. Be that as it may, you still have kids. The craziest part to me is when he tried to hone in on the fact that Bri said that...
Say that again?
That sounded salty when he said that. Like, she has made it very clear that she wants to be a woman, that they're going to be brought up in a 2-woman household. I was like, bro, you have loved this woman. You've loved her off. You've been like, I've stood by you. I do what I need to do for you. And now you're selling me out for this one that you proposed to. It's hurt his feelings. And he's like, no, I don't want to be a part of it.
This is it. Now he's like, bun you. Because the thing is, not to do like psychology 101, but it's just like, you know what your dad did? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, your dad he disappeared. Now you're trying to disappear. Like, what the fuck? Bro, can you not see a person here?
Yeah. That was the most honest thing he said when he was like, this isn't how I want to be a father. That's the total summation of all of this. This isn't how you want to be a father, but you this is the bed that you must lie in. Because nobody didn't tell you to even offer your sperm. Like, realistically, she is a lesbian. You needed to leave her alone years ago, but you were there putting your little willy in her. Like, just...
He was like, oh, challenge. That's what he said. He said, oh, challenge. I can do this. I can create a whole thingy. Like, oh, actually, she's cool. Let me just think. And then, like, we didn't go into the freak offs.
She was down with the freak offs. It's like, he's like, this is the best woman I've ever met in my life.
Seriously. So it's just like, why not? I can give her a bit. Yeah, cool. I don't have to tell my fiance. Like, cool. Fine, man. Oh God, what's the worst that can happen?
Exactly. He was thinking, I can get married to this girl, and then I can still run around with this one. Who's my best friend. I'm getting the best of all worlds. And then it crashed on him, and he was like, okay, you know, I want out of this.
This is the thing. The thing is, no, then he was like, wait a minute, I want to be famous. Like, let me take myself and all that stuff, yeah, and go on this very popular show and like find me a shorty. And he met Ashley. Freaking hell. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, we can.
Children were a mistake. She did not call her children mistakes. Like, let's be fucking for real. She says she got pregnant by accident. When the host tried to make this point clear to him, he didn't want to discuss that because that means y'all had sex and the kids were conceived on accident. Right. So, oh, well, if everyone's going to harp on what I'm saying and pick apart my words, did not call her children a mistake. Y'all fucked and she got pregnant on accident. So talk about that. Talk about y'all fucking and her getting pregnant on accident. He says they're not legally his kids because they were born into a marriage. You are legally on that fucking birth certificate, sir. Which the host also did not ask about. He says that people are avoiding dates. We'll see when the twins were.
This is the thing that I don't understand, yeah? It's just like, and I think Ricky said it before, it's just like, if Bright was straight, what would the problem be? There'll be no argument, you know? There'll actually be absolute no argument at all. In fact, people will be demanding that those are his kids. Do you know what I mean? There will be absolutely no sort of like, maybe. No.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Because even if she was straight and she had a new fiance, whatever, nobody's going to be like, it would be okay for you to move on. But there is that tinge of, there's a large swathe of people that are like, no, I understand why he just wants to bounce from this. And him and Ashley should be able to go forth and celebrate their black love. And it's like, all right, they can do that, but he's got to pay. You can do whatever you want to do, but you got to pay for your kids. That's literally my only standpoint. Because are you great to be in their life? Not so much. I don't see that for him. Like, I don't think you're going to be nice to these kids, and I don't trust Ashley to be a good stepmom either. But you got to pay for the kids. You got to pay for them. That's it.
Oh, wild! Absolutely wild.
Born and when she was divorced. Again, relevance. She was separated. Because she was technically divorced doesn't mean that those are not your children. You are on the birth certificate. You conceive them naturally. Those are your children. He does talk about the Ashley's not my type text. Again, who cares? That's the point of the experiment. He says he's never had any freak offs. Had the nerve to say that information is not relevant. Neither is a lot of the shit you said. He says he's never known anyone money. I don't know what lie we're on at this point. Lie number 20. I never stepped foot into a courtroom. Doesn't mean you don't own money.
Exactly.
He said that these TikTokers are giving people a platform to speak and not asking any hard questions, just as Laterras didn't ask you any hard questions, sir. He said he was never reached out to tell his side. You blocked me. And he does admit that this situation has drastically changed the dynamic of him and Ashley's relationship. He wants that family to leave him alone. Okay, guys, so this video is
basically
the fact that he was like, when he asked him, like, what do you actually want from all of this? And he was like, I just want them to leave me alone. I was like, bet in it. Pay for the kids. That's all it is.
The thing is,
you got to see them. You got to pay for them.
And the thing is, I actually love how everybody in this scenario is being super petty. Like, actually, I'm not going to leave you alone. There ain't no way. You're not getting away with this. It's not happening. Like, no. There's no... In what world is it okay for Tyler to do this? Like, he's just put his hands up and said, oh, no, I'm out. By the way, I'm out. What?
I've had enough of this. It's not that, dude. You literally made kids. Like, it's not that. And you can even say I was stupid, I was naive, I was manipulated, all of the isms you could say, but you still made these children and you got
right.
It's just that.
The twins allegedly willingly. Yeah, willingly. And naturally
with them. Like, you literally, even when he was saying I'm detached, I was literally like, okay, cool. Like, people get detached from kids all the time. You lived with them though.
Yeah.
Your name is on their birth certificate. You have to pay.
That detachment is on you, bruv. That's the thing. It's just like, what are you talking about? This is just, I just thought this is so juvenile. Like, I get it's just like, okay, that's how you feel, but you do need, as a parent, you need to step up. Why wouldn't you want to step up? Even if you had those feelings before, that conversation could be like, you know what? Like, that's how I was feeling. I want to learn, or I want to understand how I can change that mindset and how I can be more present in my children's lives. Do you know what I mean? Because of the situation, it made me run, it made me hide because I didn't, necessarily get what I want. Like, do you know what I mean? There could have been an opportunity for real vulnerability, real honesty in this conversation. What we got was a farce.
Yes.
That's what we got. It was just absolutely ridiculous. It was a pantomime. What are you talking?
Yes. Talking in circles when he's like, "How old are the twins?" I think they're 4. I think they're 5. But it was like 7 years ago. You're just like, dude, just tell the truth. Because actually, the truth of the situation, I feel like more people would be like, he's out of order, but I hear him. If he was just not lying all the time. But you got to pay for them. Like this court case, you're going to lose. You have to pay. There's no way out of it. And to try and bring Deshan into it, like somehow she should now pay for these 3 kids. Wild. I was literally like, are you stupid?
Absolutely wild. He hates Deshan anyway.
Yeah, he does.
Because he was allegedly smashing Bri at the same time. But yeah. And he probably was laughing at her. Like they were probably both laughing at her, unfortunately.
I think he loves Bri. And realistically, if Bri was like, Tyler, it's you. It's always been you. Ashley's getting dropped like a hot potato and he's going back there. He loves her.
Yeah.
We saw the videos that he was liking on TikTok.
Yeah.
They were all mini versions of her.
They were.
They were.
But then even then I'm just like, bro, what are you on? What are you on, bro? And the thing is, aren't you busy? You just why do you have time to do this? This weird behavior. Absolutely weird behavior.
No, he's not busy. He's not busy. He was out here. It was hundreds of videos. Like Ashley needs to run. The guy
she needs to run. But she don't want to run. She's just like, man, if she jumps, she's jumping with him, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's her marriage. I won't tell anybody to leave their marriage, but the guy is scary. He's a scary man. But if that's what you want, that's what she wants. She wants it.
Sorry. Shantae said, did you see Ashley's post after the interview? You saw it, didn't you, Nana?
That may be the comment that I saw.
Yeah.
Is it the comment one, Chantel, when she's telling all of us to stay out of her business?
Impossible. What do you mean? No, you've got to laugh. You have to laugh here because it's just like, what are you talking about? Of course, people have some right to privacy. Of course they do, yeah? But actually, by your own admission, you decided that, no, they must have this storyline in the show. Did you not?
It's her fault.
That's your
It's actually all her fault, isn't it? It's true.
You have to take some responsibility. You have to. Do you know what I mean? You have to. Because the thing is, if they didn't put that in, would we even know? We wouldn't even know anything because he wouldn't even have the opportunity to refer to them as sperm babies or sperm donor babies, right? Yeah. That sperm donor baby comment that Ashley said, was because she wanted to say it. She kicked this whole thing off because Bri was just like, hold on a sec. Our babies were not sperm donor babies like that. Don't you bloody try it.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, because we wouldn't, unless Bri came out after we had seen it all, and then she started talking off her own volition. It wouldn't have come out. Well, we wouldn't know, or she wouldn't know. Talking in the wind, maybe sent it to Ricky, but Ashley made all of us aware, and then start watching them like, hang on, you guys are. This is wild that you're just skipping over this news, Ashley. Yeah. Ashley did that.
She did. She made it. She turned it into what could have been a delicate situation. She made it derogatory. That's what she made it into. Like they're just sperm. She made it a thing. And it was actually unnecessary. And that comes with her. That's something that she needs to pray on. Honestly, you need to get yourself rid of that.
Remember,
because it was unnecessary. It was actually unnecessary.
He said that she is spirit-led. He said that she has a strong connection to the Lord, that her and her mum, they feel deeply, they're righteous women. So,
well, she might have been judgmental in her righteousness in that moment. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that was the wrong way to go. She started this. She started this in terms of like everybody being in the business, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, what Tyler's done is undescribably wrong and rude and everything and all the things. And she shouldn't have been put in a position where he was even a viable candidate for her. Like, I definitely believe that. And I think the producers have a bit to answer for in that case. Do you know what I mean? But like, in terms of like people being in business, actually, you done that.
Hey, I'll read a bit of her post that I can see. She
Okay.
says, "Let me say this to the people in the back. The love you all saw on the show was real. I love deeply. So having my love story berated and criticized by society has an indescribable feeling. Heartbreaking, really. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So to write in these comments, tell me to leave my husband because you all said so, like emotions and feelings can be lost at the drop of a dime, is insanity. All while the entire world, it feels, is beating him and me up on a daily. So nowhere near how I operate in love, and never will. I wouldn't even leave my friends during their time of need, whether they're right or wrong, in caps locks. I'd hate to be y'all's friends. Being solid and holding somebody down when they're at their lowest doesn't mean you're enabling behavior. I'm not a yes man or woman. There are many things I don't agree with. Honestly, all of this has been a nightmare to navigate. But how I reprimand him or things we talk about in our household is not, capitals, anyone's business. And I believe that is how a wife or anyone in a relationship should operate. At the end of the day, I became a public figure like yesterday, but I'm still just a girl. Like, dang. And she goes on to, yeah, that's about it. So, yes.
What did you think she ate with that? Or I don't know.
It has many likes. I mean, her numbers go up all the time.
I mean, you want to see the car crash, no? But like, like seriously, you know what? To be fair, like, I'm trying to be fair to her, but I just can't. At no point has Ashley said anything that makes me believe that part of her character is about like bringing the family together and healing. Yeah, and that's ultimately, I think, what's missing from this whole thing, because like, okay, maybe stereotypically, sometimes it's on the woman, like, you know, in marriages and everything like that, to bring the family together and to, you know, cultivate peace and all that kind of stuff. And that's like, I just don't reckon that. I don't see that in her. And it's just that makes me not warm to her. Right? Do you know what I mean? Because I think, like, you know, in our families, those are the women that you revere, no? In your family, like, those are the women that I revere. Like, okay, that's what I want to be like, you know? That's the kind of wife that I want to be, or the kind of woman, or the position, like, do you know what I mean? I want to be that, actually, that can look past the difficulty of the situations or the complexity of the situation and try and find a path through love. And what she has just done is just really just been completely defensive. She has actually been arrogant. She's been very disrespectful to Bri and her position of being the mother of Tyler's first children. Like, how dare you? Like, to a certain extent, you also, yes, you may be the wife, but you also need to understand what your position is. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you have to understand how you even come to be in this position. Because if it weren't for Bri, you might not even have this kind of Tyler that you have at the moment. So you also need to be grateful to Bri, to be honest. You know?
Talk to her. That whole exchange when Bri was like, I'm sure this is hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
And Ashley's like, yeah, I kind of would like to talk to you. But then you never followed through in talking to her. I put Ashley firmly as that stepmother that enables the man to leave his kids. I think that is her space. And then even when you look into the stats of how kids fare when their dad does leave, when they do go and live with their dad and a stepmother, they fare even worse in the prison system, generally because that other influence of the woman.
Yeah.
So she ain't virtuous to me in any way. It's like you're just slick with your mouth, but really you are very happy for this man to leave his children. Want all of his lies to be right, but you also want the public to then be like, you know what, Tyler ain't that bad, and you two can be celebrated as the new Black love story. Nobody, no,
absolutely not. No one's buying this. No one. We don't want it. We actually don't want it. And the thing is, it's just like public figure. Yeah, this is again. It's just like if you guys went away quietly, you wouldn't have kind of the stress.
No,
you would actually cut your stress in half. Is because you want fame so much.
This
so
is it.
Like, no, we're okay. We're good people. We're good people. Nah, you're not showing the qualities of good people. You're actually not. Because what?
That's exactly what they wanted. All of us to buy into them and start buying things from them and celebrating them, and for them to get all the brand deals. This is what they thought. They were like, "Oh my god, it's going so well. Everybody loves us." Until you start talking about kids being abandoned.
You know what? The sperm donor baby. Yeah. Do you know how every time I think about it, I just think, nah, you're actually rude. You're actually rude to even phrase it like that. Do you know what I mean? And then even bring it on that, like not even once, because she was the one instigated. But you remember when she was like when they done the meetup with when they done the Great Gatsby, and she brought it up there as well. Do you know what I mean? So you know they're filming, and you have to bring out. You don't have to bring that shit up. You actually didn't have to bring it up at all.
No,
at all.
You could literally just be like, Tyler created a family with his friend who's a lesbian, and it's complicated, and we're going to have to navigate this, but he has 3 children. That's literally all it needed to be. And then everybody would have been like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
How you navigate it is how you navigate it. And I do feel like Bride probably wouldn't want all of this, but you can't then throw her under the bus and then neglect your kids. No, not when we've seen the text messages of her literally being like, don't abandon your kids. Like, when can they see you? We've seen all of that. So why are you lying still? Like, we've seen this. You've seen this. We've seen this.
Yeah.
It's just wild. It's wild.
Seriously. And the thing is, unfortunately, Ashley and Tyler, we don't owe you nothing. Actually, as the public, as viewing, do you know what I mean? Or people on the internet, we actually don't owe you anything. Now, I'm not saying like, I don't think, I hope their mental health is okay and everything like that. But it's just like, you don't have to be online, right? Like, you actually don't have to be. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to disappear. If that's what you come onto the show to do, find love, then there's absolutely no reason why you have to have a public image at all.
No, that's
true.
What I
mean? You don't need to do that. You got what you came for, is it not?
Yeah. You got a husband.
No.
You came for love. You got a husband. Isn't that how the song goes? I came here for love. Like, it happened. It happened for her, innit?
Seriously. Just absolutely.
At the moment in her stories, she is promoting, I think it's one of her friends' jewelry business. And there's a discount code. So you're out here just trying to make money.
And you know what? That's okay. But just be honest about it. Like, do you know what I mean? Just to be a little bit more honest about it. And the thing is, it's just like, you know what? And also as well, I think also, there is something around her not... It's the same thing. It's like it's not the graciousness of it, but there's something around her just being very cold to Bri. It's just it seems unnecessary, especially in this day and age, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're like celebrities gone, like, do you know what I mean? They've had like music careers and blah blah blah, and people are doing like strategic shit to take them down behind the scenes. It's not that, right? Do you know what I mean? You literally got famous yesterday. Like, relax. Like, Bri's not out to get you. Do you know what I mean? She's not out to get you. She just wants her kids taken care of. That's it. And any reasonable person can be like, okay, cool. But I think, like, unfortunately, again, Psychology 101, I'm just like, okay, maybe this is just a projection of her own life where she's just like, well, I made it fine without my dad. So you could be fine. Your kids could be fine.
Yeah.
Or my mum didn't ask for anything from my dad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, because some people get into that mindset, like, well, I was cool, so what you
Oh no, no! You think about when she spoke about meeting her other siblings, and
mm,
before she didn't even want to meet them because she was like, my life was fine, so I
right,
didn't
yes.
have to
Hmm.
even meet these guys. And then when she did meet them, she was like, now we're as thick as thieves and we're
Hmm.
really cool. I bet that's the same thing. She's like, but my life was fine without siblings. So
Yeah,
me and my husband now can go and make our family, and those kids, yeah, they're going to be fine.
right.
They got their
Exactly.
parents. They're going to be fine over there. Like they don't need to. She doesn't want to get involved in that. And okay, cool. But also, you're not going to get our love either. Like you can't.
Yeah. It's like it's a protect. Yeah, I can see how it could be a protective mechanism. Do you know what I mean? That's what she's had to do in the past to protect her. But you're talking about children here, babe. Like you can't. Like this is their development years, and what you guys have decided to do is to come onto the internet where things last forever and talk about them in such a derogatory way. Talk about their mother in such a derogatory way. Those can cause scars for life. Yeah, and as a God fearing woman, you need to do that a hell of a lot better.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
it's not good enough. It actually isn't good enough. You can't do that, man.
Oh God, let me.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Okay.
just.
So anyway, so I just got really preachy there. Sorry. Let me just line up because also Deshaun. Hmm?
I remember when he said he was mad. Bry has a blue check, and nobody was checking for him.
Oh,
He was like, he came back, and now she's got like a blue tick, and it's like, bro, he loves her though.
he does.
Honestly, if I was actually watching that, I'd be like, oh my God, this man's in love with her.
He's obsessed. He's actually obsessed. Like, do you know what I mean? And the thing is, like, I know people are taking it seriously, but it is a TV show. Like, you don't. It no one's gonna. I don't know. Yeah, no one's gonna thingy. Like I think we talked about this before. It's just like okay, in the eyes of God and all that kind of stuff. And I do get that. But someone pointed out in the comments, I can't remember who, is just like if he's like got you through nefarious rules, then you can get out of the marriage. Like he was dishonest. Like, do you know what I mean? He was deeply dishonest, and like he has caused destruction, like damaging destruction in other people's lives.
Yeah.
This is not the qualities of a good man.
No, no, because he stayed away from them for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Again, even when he said he went to the boys' football match before he went
Oh
on
yeah.
experiment, and again, I'm like, bro, what are you? Just say you just wanted out and you want to start again. Like, just be honest with it. Get your gun in and pay. Like, how can you be? I'm not even close to them. I was detached. I didn't even see them for years. But before I went on the experiment, I did go to his football match. Like, it's like what? This is,
Like
this is insane.
what? Okay, cool. I don't know how much time we're gonna have, but I'm gonna just start like Deshaun, Deshaun, who is Bry's ex-wife, saw the videos and saw the Tyler interview, and she was just like, right, I've got some things to say about this. I need to fact check some stuff as well. So we're just gonna play those. I don't know if everyone's seen them. If you have, just relive the moments. Um, so let's
Well, I
start
just
here.
watched the Latarius interview with Tyler, and I had a lot of
Do you,
notes after all the lies that this man told, especially about me. Really, that's all I really want to focus on. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Deshan, Bry's ex-wife, and the other mother of Cairo. I don't use social media like that, so this video is probably going to be hella choppy, and I don't know, it's not going to be pretty, but we'll get to the truth. So I took notes. Number one, and I just went and took notes while I'm watching the video. So number one, he says that we asked him to be the sperm donor. That's not true. I don't know what conversations him and Bry had outside of me, but it was presented to me that Bry had two friends, Tyler and another guy that was on her basketball team, that offered to donate sperm to us. It wasn't that we could not afford to go to a sperm bank. I did not want him to be our donor. That is 100% the truth. But Bry wanted Tyler to be the sperm donor. It was her first baby. I'm in an abusive relationship. I let her go with how she wanted to go. I just followed her lead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do
So I
that.
just watched the Lateria
What did I
that
get
he
to?
has text messages of us thanking him. That is 100% the truth.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, I can't even remember now. Sorry, it's quiet anyway. Someone was saying it's too quiet. That's how it is. That's the loudest it can go, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, it'll come back to me. Fine.
But Bri wanted Tyler to be the sperm donor. It was her first baby. I'm in an abusive relationship. I let her.
I was just going to say, for the purposes of this, allegedly, everything that we're seeing here is just allegedly from her point of view. Just be very clear about that, okay?
Yes. This is her words.
Yes.
She wanted to go. I just followed her lead. Tyler also said that it's a lie that I didn't want him to be the donor, and that he has text messages of us thanking him. I do not remember thanking that man, but I could see how we would thank him for giving us life. Like Lateria said, we can't produce a baby on our own. So, yes, I'm going to be thankful that I'm having a baby, or that what we set out to do is happening. But I never wanted him to be the sperm donor because, like I said in my interview with Ricky and Jesse, I always had suspicions that they were messing around. So why would I want you to be further connected to my family? Also, he says that he doesn't recall bringing his ex fiance to a baby shower. It wasn't a baby shower; it was the gender reveal. And Ricky posted pictures of his fiance's Facebook post where she says she was brought to a gender reveal by him, and he said he never came to a baby shower. He was absolutely at our Maryland baby shower. We had two. He wasn't at the one in Louisiana, but he was at the one in Maryland. I cannot confirm or deny if his fiance cheated on him. I was not a part of their relationship, but the from what I know about her, I don't see that being the truth. Um, I do know that he cheated on her, though. I know that for a fact. And I know that because, like he said, Bry was one of the guys. And he would come to our house, he would drink, they would tell us everything. And if he wasn't telling me in particular, he's telling my wife, who's going to tell me. We were like attached at the hip. And then he says that he didn't donate sperm until the end of their relationship. It's my understanding that he did not tell his ex fiance that he donated until he stepped up as Cairo's dad figure. That's when he had to tell her. They were not done. And if they were done, why did he bring her to the gender reveal? We found out the sex of our baby about 6 weeks. Well, not at 6 weeks. It was like between 6 and 8 weeks because we did the chromosome DNA, not the DNA test, the chromosome blood test, and they called us and told us the gender. It was super early in the pregnancy, but they were still together. Okay, so I do agree with some of the things he said in the video, not much, but one of the things is we did not hash out exactly what the plan was. He definitely was supposed to be an uncle. He was going to have no say so in the baby's life. He was already uncle tied to my daughter. All of that is true. But he goes on to say that he came to the hospital and we were so happy and he was so happy for us. But then says, I just up and abandoned my wife. If we were so happy, and I'm talking fast because I'm trying to not have multiple parts, but if we were so happy, why would I up and leave for another man 2 weeks later? Everything, your story just does not add up. If we were so happy, I don't know. That just don't make sense. He also says that I was salty after I left for another man. So I left for another man, and I'm in California, supposedly having the time of my life being with this other guy, but I'm salty. So I filed for full custody. What am I salty about if I'm with another man and living my life? That does not make sense. I left because you had sex with my wife. That's why I left.
I mean, sounding very believable, isn't it?
It's an absolute mess of a situation that they were all occupying. But most definitely, I think she selected him because they were already having sex. And I
Yeah.
think I is smart enough to know the the rate of success with the turkey baster method takes a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's already having sex with him. So it's like this is
Mm-hmm.
easy. This is easy for me to get pregnant now. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was a stupid, messy situation. You
Mm-hmm.
think they are sleeping together. This one is sleeping with him. and wants a child. Like, it's a mess. This was never going to be successful. In no reality were the kids coming into just a normal donor situation. Like, this is a mess.
Honestly,
Everyone's a lover at this point. They're just all lovers.
Yeah, no, seriously. They played in her face though, and she kind of, you know, I don't want to say thingy them because I don't want to think Ray, but I feel bad for her.
Yes, I do.
Because if they're sleeping together, but then you're still going and doing it in the cup, yeah, and you're just probably laughing while you're doing it. It's out of order.
Probably doing it to videos of those two. Like, it's all a mess. This is a mess.
So it's actually out of order. It's wrong. It's wrong.
He says that I tried to take full custody of a child that I did not birth. Yes, I did not birth just this child, but I am on the birth certificate. You said that I was there the whole pregnancy, that you weren't a part of that. This was my child. So I have every right to ask for custody. But like I've said before, Bri filed for full custody first. This is after she blocked me on everything. When I left to California, we were co-parenting across state lines. He's flying back and forth. The baby is flying back and forth between California and Maryland. He says he wanted to step up because she needed help. That's fine. You want to help her in Maryland, but he makes it sound like I left and I was doing nothing. He says how he's not able to discipline them. He made no decisions. I was doing all that over the phone, FaceTiming him every day. And when she would have issues at work, where I remember a time Cairo kept getting sick at daycare, me and my daughter flew back to Maryland, and I stayed at her house and took care of my son so that she could go to work. There was never a situation where she just was so struggling so much and just needed so much help. If that was the case, why didn't you ask your wife and co-parent to help you with the child? He also is talking about the fact that I he acknowledges the fact that he knew that she was abusing me, right? Thank you for doing that. Because I definitely have not been lying about anything I said. But you go help your abusive friend take custody from me. Make that make sense. Then he talks about how I backed off because she had all this support. That's 100% fact. I'm in California. Our court case is in Maryland. The whole friend group is rallying behind Bri, and they are prepared to lie in court and say she wasn't abusing me and that I was not taking care of my son, and that Tyler has been there the whole time. So she's instead of us, she skipped mediation and she wanted to go straight to trial. I could not mentally handle to keep doing all that, especially when I had nobody to back up my claims. All my family's in California. Nobody was going to fly out there and defend me. So I backed off. And I just want to be clear that at no time, he keeps painting the picture that I abandoned him, but at no time was that the case. I even offered to move back to Maryland, but Bryce said if I moved back to Maryland, that she would ask to get transferred to another duty station. I was not about to run around America chasing her. I would have been getting dragged through court just like he is now. Let me see what else my notes. And I even reached out to her chain of command in the military, telling them that she was not allowing me to see my child and that was against the law. She told her boss, I don't care what you do. If you try to force me to let her see my son, I will, I'm not going to do it. So if you want to kick me out the military, kick me out because I'm not going to do it. This is the type of menace that I was dealing with. Okay.
I will say though, yeah. This is a bit questionable. There's something a little bit questionable here, because I do think I don't think well, I don't know, has she been clear about this, but Deshan, she's not above petty, innit?
Yeah.
She's not above petty, because it's just like at the same time, if what you're saying is true, and you know, and we don't know, it's alleged at the moment about the abuse and everything like that. Like, wouldn't you just give yourself a moment rather than be going back? I mean, I feel like it's indicative of it anyway, because she dropped the court case, right? Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, well, you didn't fight all the way.
No,
because it's done. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like maybe the motivation of that fight wasn't necessarily as like pure, like, oh, I want to be in my son's life. maybe that was more like, well, I want this from you because
Yes.
you've done me wrong.
It's all of the conditions. That's why I was like, okay. And even when she ended with, I would have been just dragged back and forth through court like he is now. So you also ran from whatever it is. You did. You can say I didn't really abandon him, but in effect, as soon as the heat came off her to start paying for Kai, and then Tyler had inserted himself, she also backed off about her business as well.
Yeah.
So there is a chaoticness that she should also be able to understand. I understand why Tyler was trying to get out of this because I got out of it. So it's all it's all muddy. All of them, really, it's just the kids. All of you have played with new people's lives. You played with these kids' lives, like all of it. You're all trying to play house, and nobody is really standing up and being like, actually, Deshan included, I made a decision to have a child with this woman.
Yeah.
The means that the child got there, yeah, I didn't agree with, but you still agreed with it because you didn't back out then.
You didn't back out. That's
you
the
two
thing.
should be paying. You two should be paying money. Like, you were a part of this too. It's all they're all messy as hell.
Yeah. I think they're all as petty as each other. Seriously. They're actually all as petty as each other, because even that's the thing. I will say as well, someone said it in the chat, I can't remember who, but it was like the show threw everybody under the bus. And I was just like, yeah, for real. For real, she did. She straight up did.
She did. She came along and was like, Bri does this to people, Bri does that. You do this to people, you do that. But you two were there. As a wife, you two were involved in this. Like, everybody. But yeah, Bri isn't squeaky clean either. Tyler ain't, and nor is Deshan.
No, they're all... Oh God, I keep doing that. Sorry.
So I just watched the
around.
She's the case. I even try to force me to let her see my son. I will. I'm not going to do it. So if you want to kick me out the military, kick me out, because I'm not going to do it. This is the type of menace that I was dealing with. Okay. As far as Bri's mom, yes, she is a fucking. I don't know if I can cuss. She is a menace. Okay. We've never gotten along. She's never liked that Bri was gay. Be abusing her daughter growing up, all of that. Bri is abusive because of her mama. I 100% could see her mom flaunting Tyler around Louisiana to, because she felt embarrassed that her daughter was gay. But now she could say she had that plausible deniability because she has a baby daddy. My interactions with Bri's mom, even after having my son, while I was still there, the actually finally decided to leave after he was born was because of Bri's mom, and her taking my son out of my arms while we were taking a nap, her cussing Bri out because she wouldn't allow her to give Cairo his first bath without me there. Her mom, even when we were moving from one apartment to the next apartment after Cairo was born, her mom was sending threatening text messages telling her how she was going to beat her up because Bri defended me against her. And she's looking for her in the apartment complex, saying that her daughter just had a baby and she's threatening her.
See how if this is true, everybody is a mess.
Like, everyone's mad. Everybody's mad.
This whole situation. Why, Tyler? Why did you take your little ass onto Love Is Blind? You're a mess. This is because now Deshan is making her mum just sound wild, like she's a wild banshee.
And the thing is, yeah, I can't lie, the mum's kind of got that energy. She's kind of. I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly. I don't not believe her. I don't not believe that the mum also may have been in Bri's ears, like it could, like, hyping up her and Tyler's situation. I believe that could be factual, and I don't just I believe her. I believe Deshan. I believe that her mum has done this.
Honestly, the mum's got that kind of energy. Seriously,
Tyler kind of backed that up as well. He kind of said similar about the mum. So
he did. He was clear on that. It's just like she don't like the fact that Bri's gay and stuff.
Yeah, and that she's difficult
Yeah.
She medals. She's fought with Bri as well. I mean, Bri, even when she was talking, she did say, I don't do things like my mum does. She has her way of doing it.
Yes. Yeah. And to be fair, the mum was the one that put out the pictures and
I forgot about that. Yes, the mum was the one that outed the situation.
She did. The mum. You see, Ashley and the mum, yeah, they thought they weren't the main characters. You are the main characters. Perpetrators. Oh my god.
Little black book.
Seriously. Lolo, I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you so much for asking. Appreciate you.
Oh wow.
Seriously. Oh hey. All three of them were in love. I believe I believe Deshan hates Tyler. I believe Deshan hates Tyler with every passion in her being. Do you know what I mean? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think she hates him. But there was nothing that she could do, because from her point of view, I would imagine that Bri was like, no, that's just my homie, that's just my friend. You know, I don't even like guys. Do you know what I mean? And Tyler was just like, yeah, there.
One day I will make her mine. Like,
yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
Tyler was just biding his time. He's like, she's loving this. Eventually, she's going to leave her wife. Especially once the kids came along. I think he truly believed, no, once I'm the dad, she's going to see me as like, come on now, we can have our family. And Deshan is going to go about her business. Deshan goes about her business as he had been hoping. And then before he knows it, he's still dicking down. And then she's pregnant with twins. He just thought it was going to be him, her, and the son.
Yeah.
He didn't know he was going to be a father of 3 within 2 years. He didn't know that.
No, he didn't. And he was just like, shit.
Yeah.
How am I going to get money now?
And then also, Bri didn't leave her lesbian ways. She then had a girlfriend come along, and then she had a
girlfriend. Sorry, Jessie Woo's in here. Hey, Jessie.
Where's Jessie?
She's up there.
Oh, hey.
How you doing? Hope you're good.
Oh, bless you, Jessie.
I hope you're good, man. Seriously. Yes, we are just discussing. But yeah, we'll just say that last bit again, Nana.
So obviously he's thinking it's all sorted now. I've got her once Deshan has left. And then Bri is still a lesbian, as she is. So she goes and gets a girlfriend that comes along. So then he's then affected again, like, shit, I'm still not good enough. But then she's pregnant with twins, and he's like, obviously now I'm going to be able to get my girl Bri. And then she finds a fiance. And then that's when he was like, I'm done with this shit. I will never have the family I want. I'm always going to be left out in the cold. This woman doesn't love me. She really must be a lesbian. And then he found Ashley, and Ashley was like, there, Tyler. It's okay. We can leave that family alone. They're ungodly.
Don't worry about the lesbians and their children. And their 11 children. Basically. Yeah, everyone. Yes, absolutely. Everyone's switching up, which is fine. If that's what they want to do, then fine. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you and be happy, but don't bring children into the world. Like, do you know what I mean? If you're gonna be so, I don't know, flippant about it. Like, I think Tyler's just been so flippant about it. Like, he really has. I feel like Bri, is fighting for her children. She wants to make sure that they have, what do you call it? Sonia. She wants to make sure that her children have security, right? Do you know what I mean? Can't hate her for doing that at all. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, she has, like, if you have kids, you have to pay for them.
Yeah.
You have to pay for them. You have to.
I think it's just that simple. It's the chaos of it all is a mess. Like, this is all a mess, and you don't have to be an oracle to have been able to tell Tyler time ago, leave that chick alone. But He was there. He was there putting his little willy in. So what can you do?
This is the thing, and this is the other thing, that I think that Deshan, yeah, is also not saying that El Cid, evictions, yeah. Do you know what I mean? You also probably were privy to the evictions and people having to move house, and do you know what I mean? Not having a friend. He was scamming money, allegedly scamming money from other women to pay bride. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that you're privy to, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, True Love says, in my opinion, Bri is publicly fighting for Ty's attention and in court fighting for her kids' support.
I mean,
I feel like they love each other, but
both
she
can be
also
true.
loves women too. Like,
and I feel like that is a deal breaker for Tyler, because I think he has an idea of what a marriage should be like and what a family should be like. Do you know what I mean? And like, he thought he could make this makeshift one. Then he saw this great opportunity with Love is Blind, and he was just like, no, I can have an absolute perfect version of this. And then he just so got matched with a woman that is just like, you know what, babe? Just keep focused. Just you and me. Just look straight ahead. Look straight and fucking ahead. Don't look back. Don't look at your past. What about the children, Ashley? Don't worry about that. Just keep straight ahead.
we will make more children.
We will make more.
That's Ashley's focus. I found my flipping husband, and it's me and him till the wheels fall off. And it's okay. But what Ashley really needs to know, and especially when Tyler was out here in all of this time, liking other young light-skinned women that look like Bri, she needs to know this dude is in love with his baby mother. Like,
he really is.
He'll be off soon. So I would prefer I cut out before a known liar dumps me, because I wouldn't be my ego wouldn't be able to handle that.
That's the thing. But I think because of that, Deshan, now she knows that she was fully duped. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to say allegedly, but for the purposes of the tape, it's really duped. She's just like, you know what? Fuck everybody.
Fuck saying everybody.
It all. Everybody can get it. Here is my whole truth. Blah. Do you know what I mean? She's just giving
grandma included, you know.
Grandma. She was just like, fuck your mums. Wow. She ain't never going back. Never going back. Never going back. She ain't never going back, man. Seriously.
Oh, you think? I kind of see it. Sonia's saying Ashley and Tyler are giving Rashida and Kirk.
Bro. That's where they'll end up. They need to take heed. Because that's where Ashley's gonna end up, you know. She needs to thingy. Sleeping peaceful. So I still feel sorry for Ashley.
Never.
I can't do it, you know. I can't do it. Have I ever told you the story when I had to tell some girl that her guy was cheating on her? And my friend told me, don't tell her, because she's not going to receive it. And I was just like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, seriously, of course I'm going to tell her. And the way this woman flipped on me, and I was just like, you're one of them. I didn't see it. I actually didn't see it. I didn't see it. But yeah, seriously. Yeah. I mean, it was fine. We weren't friends. Obviously, I didn't know her. Do you know what I mean? And he was cheating on her with me. So, do you know what I mean? I was just doing what I thought was my womanly duty. And that's what I thought. Do you know what I mean? Some people don't appreciate it. Ashley's that girl, man.
No, she doesn't want to hear anything, but she will feel. I mean,
don't come to her as a woman.
She'll be watching. She would have seen all of the bits. I mean, at the end of the day, Latirius did say he was sending her the footage first. So she's watched over Tyler and his lies. She saw it all.
Do you think Latirius? Sorry. Latirius, do you think he sent her the end bit when he was just like, oh yeah, okay, that was an interesting conversation, but yeah, I should have pushed. I mean, sorry guys, to clarify, I didn't know he was cheating on he was cheating on me also. I didn't know. Seriously. I was actively cheating on the sheet. I don't anyway, that's a do. We're getting sidetracked.
Focus, guys, focus.
But like, do you think he showed her the end bit when he was just like, yeah, maybe I should have asked deeper on that question? And no, I don't think that got.
I think she got the edit basically of their interview, and then that was added on when he was going through the edit and was like, that was stupid of me, because sperm don't last outside of that. He danced here, he danced there, and then he added it on. And I think he added that on just to round it off so that he didn't look as crazy as it would have been if he didn't put that in there. But also Tyler has taken himself off of all of the posts that was promoting it. So I think once they watched it in its entirety, Tyler too was like, how? Gosh darn, how did he not fall for my shit? And now I hate him too. He's probably blocked.
Do you think he's blocked?
I'm sure he blocked him. Like how Ashley is out here just blocking people. I think the two of them are just blocking people.
We're probably blocked, to be fair. Oh no, you're not.
No, I can still see their stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I really want her. What do I want? What do you want? What do you want? I really want someone to do like I don't even want an in-depth interview. At this point, I want Tyler to go to court. I want him to be cross-examined.
So you basically want Tyler to be pulled apart, all of the lies.
Yeah.
Like as if he had Jesse or Ricky interviewing him. You want that to happen in the court of law.
Yeah, I do think so. I think there should be a show where they go on trial. They need to go on trial. And then, like, like in Ricky's clip where she was just like relevance, like that's
I want him to be interviewed. I want him to be like, you know what, guys, I'm not lying a jot. I'm prepared to sit down with Ricky and Jesse, and they can present all of the evidence, and I'm going to combat everything that they put forward. I actually would love to watch that.
He would be so arrogant that he would say yes to it, I believe. I think.
I mean, as he said nobody's asked him. Obviously, as Ricky
that's a lie.
She's also blocked, so how's she going to ask? But if he's big and bad and he's saying, I'm not lying, do that then, innit?
Yeah, I think so. Put in front of Judge Judy.
So we can all throw things at him with shame.
No, do you know what? We should have Jesse, if you're still there. We should have Judge Jesse. That's what we should. And Ricky should be the lawyer of the prosecution.
Yes. She brings all of the receipts that have been sent to her.
Yeah. We can be on the jury. We can be on the jury.
We'll be on the jury.
We'll just be looking at.
I need to see Exhibit 2 again.
Yes,
for my notes.
Bring it back. Can we actually have the grandmother, as the witness again, please? I want all of the witnesses. I want them, everyone who was at the freak-offs, please.
Yeah. Because Deshan, I think it's part 3 where she starts naming brethrens.
Oh yes. Jeez,
that's the wildest. And we're getting close to 2 hours. So.
Yeah, we do need to wrap it up. Maybe we can finish off later. But I think that would be a great show. Someone make that happen. I'm putting it out in the universe. Make it happen.
Tyler will probably do this because he's going to need money. I feel like he'll be gay.
Definitely he's going to need money for sure.
Yeah.
I think they need to go on. You know what they could go, but it's too serious for them. What was that show that we started watching that we really liked? Where it was like people in therapy with that woman, the therapist. Was it?
What was called The Therapist?
Is that was called? It was something simple, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was called The Therapist. It was on BBC. That was flipping brilliant.
Yeah, love that show. But it's too serious for them. They need something like that, but silly. No, we absolutely need for our entertainment. It'll be thingy. Honestly, I'm telling you, I'm picturing it now. Judge Jessie, Ricky as the prosecution. She will come with all the receipts.
So is it Tyler or Tyler and Ashley on trial? Is it?
I think Tyler's on trial. Ashley will defend him. What do you mean? She'll be the lawyer.
Yeah. True. Ashley will probably be his lawyer. The thing is, I want a trial of Ashley as well. Yeah, she's offended me. She's offended me in her stepmom role. I hate it. I hate that she's
honestly, personally, like I'm even trying to hold it together because I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I know the worst version of a stepmother co-conspirator. Not actually.
Yeah, she is. That's the term. That's the term.
But yeah, I really hate the position that she's put herself in. It's not a good look. It really isn't. And like having seen other women and having to call them out of being, negative stepmothers, or do you know what I mean, or just not being nice to their stepchildren is it's a horrible thing to witness. Do you know what I mean? And you married the man, so they are your stepchildren.
Yes.
So
that's it. She is a stepmother.
Yeah.
And I don't like this whole saintly way that she is trying to spin things, and he is also confirming like she's spirit-led. All of that. I just hate all of that. So she too, as we're producing.
Oh, but remember that
trial.
No, she does. She actually does. You're actually right. I think season 1 is Tyler's trial and season 2 is Ashley's trial.
Yes.
We will probably bring Hannah on there as well, because she does definitely. We didn't get justice in that reunion at all.
No,
we actually didn't. Do you know what I mean?
This show needs to happen.
I don't like Iyanla. Sorry, I don't like her methods personally. I've never liked her. I know people like her, but I don't know. Let me just see.
I know what you're saying. I didn't particularly trust her. And sometimes her level of humiliation just felt like
it's too much.
Yeah.
Like, who's this for? Like, I just feel like who's this for? And you're okay with this being filmed as well. Like, I didn't think about the care of the people. Like, why does it have to be so harsh with our people? That's the thing.
Yes.
It's just like it's unnecessary. It's really unnecessary.
Yes, Iyanla would have Tyler talking to 3 dolls. Speak to your kids.
It'll be like, I want those dolls to leave me alone.
I just want to be left alone. That's all I want. I want this family to leave me alone. Okay, cool, but you still got to pay, bro.
Right.
Got to pay.
Okay, guys, I feel like we need to wrap it up there, and because I've got a meeting, so sorry, we've got to go. But thank you so much for joining us again today. Really appreciate every single last one of you. Make sure you book that like button. Please do it now. Subscribe to our channel. Make sure you join our membership as well. It's only $1.99, and you're gonna love everything that you see and what we give you. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna be back on Thursday. I know it's gonna be 2 whole sleeps before you see us again. Sorry, guys. We're on the we're on the late shift. No, we're on what are we on? We're on the
skeleton.
That's it. We're on the skeleton.
Too much to review as well.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
We'd be coming on every day to just chat.
Yeah. We've got other things to do as well. If you can, please join us on the 1st of December for our Christmas party. If you're in London or the surrounding areas, please come down. Appreciate you. The link is in the chat right at the top. And then also as well, on the 8th of December, we are joining Kempire for his London show at Neon 194. So please join us there as well. We really appreciate you guys. Watch our last episode as well. Thanks for the reminder, KW, where we talked to Fuse ODG. It's a good one. It's a really, really good one. And we also talk about the whole Cynthia what?
Erivo.
Erivo. I was thinking, what the hell? How can I forget it? Erivo debacle as well. So yes, please support us any way you can. Thank you so much. And also, hi Replay Gang. See you later.
Like the video. All of the links are in the chat, so please sign up for everything. Okay, guys. Bye.
Ellie's for life. Thank you. See you. Bye.